Data from the US Treasury Department released on July 11th showed that surging tariff revenues in June helped the US government post an unexpected budget surplus since US President Donald Trump's introduction of global tariffs in April. The US recorded a budget surplus of $27 billion in June, as compared with a budget deficit of $71 billion in the previous year, reversing the $316 billion deficit in May. The main reason for the US's budget surplus in June was due to tariff revenue, which soared to $27 billion in June, up from $22 billion in May. The US also recorded the highest tariff revenue collected for the first 9 months of a fiscal year for the October to June period of $108 billion. China's trade surplus in May was $103.22 billion. Reuters reported that China's trade surplus in June is forecast at $109 billion, 5.6% higher than in May. The U.S. is poised to reverse its trade deficit of $1.1 trillion in 2024, the world's largest. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has predicted even higher tariff revenues in the months ahead, and the U.S. is on track to collect $300 billion by the end of 2025. Market watchers expected Trump's tariffs to increase the U.S.'s inflation rate. However, the inflation rate remained low at 2.4% for the 12-month period ending May, although up from 2.3% in April. Brett Kenwell, a U.S. investment analyst at eToro, told the Epoch Times on June 27th that today's personal consumption expenditures index reading showed that inflation is still not spiraling out of control. Skeptic remains about the effects of Trump's tariffs on the inflation rates. CNN reported that a Goldman Sachs analysis puts 20% of the tariffs cost are absorbed by foreign exporters, while 80% are passed on to U.S. businesses and consumers. Goldman Sachs economists expect that eventually, about 70% of the direct cost of tariffs will be passed on to consumers through higher prices, the report added.